Alright, what up? Today I will be talking about the role which YouTube and YouTube creators play in the new earth. The term new earth is something you may have heard of before. That's something I'm going to describe very shortly. But in this video, I'm going to break it down into 4 points, which would be the 4 A's, being authenticity, alignment, attention, and advice. Now, the last one being advice is something I personally don't believe in giving other people. But what I'm trying to say is that by the end of this video, you may have certain ideas for yourself, which you may desire to implement. So that ties into that. Before I go on to describe the new earth, all of that, let me address the fact that my bad that I come onto here looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer who escaped from Santa Claus's evil prison of reindeers, but pretty much my life has not been easy for the last couple days. I've had to fight off some sharks, some saber-toothed tigers, gorillas, bears in the Siberian forest. But I've survived all of this for the sole purpose of informing you guys the role which YouTube plays for the new earth. Now, what is the new earth? There is a concept that the frequency of the earth is raising, right? The earth itself is a living organism in a sense, right? And what's been noticed is that the frequency is being raised. Now, is that something that has to do with the sun's frequency, sun's effect? Who knows? But this is something which people describe as the poles shifting, the new earth, whatever, the age of Aquarius. The point is that human beings are going to be affected by the changes going on, right? And this strongly ties into the age of Aquarius, which is also speculated whether we have already entered it or we are about to enter it. But the Aquarius is the innovator of the zodiac. He brings the new ideas, new ways of thinking, new technology, new science, new medicine, new philosophy, right? They are the innovators, philosophers, and kind of the people who lead the world, right? And this is what we're going to be seeing as we enter the age of Aquarius, is that people become more interested in developing new ways of thinking, adopting new philosophies, new ideas, new belief systems, and really working on rebuilding what we have as a society, as a human civilization, because the Aquarius pours the water over the old, right? In order to make room for the new to come, you must first get rid of the old. And that is something which the Aquarius greatly encompasses. Now, what does that have to do with YouTube creators, any of that? Pretty much, I believe, let me go on to the first point, is that YouTube plays and is going to play a very, very unique role in this entire journey which we are undergoing for the next 10 years, at least within our lifetime. But let's focus on the next 10 years, right? I believe they have a special position on authenticity. And authenticity is something I value greatly. It is something that many other people value greatly. And I believe YouTube provides that much better than many, many other platforms, because on here, you can come on, talk to a camera for however long you desire, and you are going to, get people to see these videos. You are going to get a certain reaction. You are going to have a certain influence. Somebody may agree with you. Somebody may gain something from your videos, gain a new idea, a new way of thinking. So it is something which anybody can encompass for themselves. But what about authenticity is so valued? I believe it's going to be valued more and more in this world because there is a greater deficit of it every single day. If you turn on the news, you no longer know what is real and what is not. If you go on social media, or you get what I'm trying to say, you basically don't even know what is real, what is not. It is so easy in this age to be fake in a sense, or display a certain image of yourself, or try to get people to think you're something that you're not. But on YouTube, it's kind of special because you really are allowed to be your authentic self, and even more than that, you are encouraged to be your most authentic self, right? You can literally make a video talking about whatever it is you want, and there are going to be people who are interested in that and who gain a certain value from that, right? And if we look at the point of alignment, right, which is the next point, YouTube allows you to connect to your tribe. As they say, your vibe attracts your tribe. YouTube has a special role when it comes to aligning you to the information which you need, because there are no two YouTube kind of pages which are the same. Each person's interests are displayed and reflected on what YouTube shows them, right? The only reason why you are still watching this video is because the things I'm saying are on the same wavelength, they operate on a similar frequency as to the stuff which you are interested in, right? Which creates that connection. Otherwise, you would not ever be here watching and listening to what I got to say, right? And this, in a sense, allows you to tap into all other creators, right? It is like YouTube creators are a bunch of bees who cross-pollinate each other's minds. And that is something which is going to be more and more important, because anybody can be of influence and importance and benefit in that process. Because let's say I communicate a certain idea to you, and now you are able to implement that idea for yourself, share it with other people, maybe through your own mind, through your own perspective. Maybe you add something to my idea, you remove something, and then it's like the butterfly effect carries on. It's like money circulating, but as ideas, as thoughts, which is something kind of cool. That's something I'll talk about in a bit. But pretty much, to get back to the point of alignment, you are really going to be able to connect with the people who are interested in the stuff you're interested in, who are better educated or are better able to communicate the stuff which you're interested in, which can give many people great value. And for creators, you are literally, if you've never made a YouTube video before, what I'm trying to say is that you can create a video where there's no editing and you just talk about something you're interested in for 10 minutes, you upload it, and maybe over a period of time, you're gonna attract a small audience who relate, who gain value from the stuff you say. And now you are part of this attention economy, which is my next point. I believe we are going to be entering, we already are, but the attention economy, right? What is that? It is kind of tied to the last point, where it's a bunch of creators communicating ideas and trying to compete for the best ideas, which I believe is something really cool. It is a cool way to, for YouTubers at least, to build and structure their work and maybe even earn an income. I believe that is a very unique way of going about things, is being part of the attention economy, right? YouTube attracts a lot of attention, and if you are part of this attention economy, you are contributing to the communication, to the spreading of those new great ideas, right? You are one of the worker bees who is cross-pollinating other people's minds, right? You are like a farmer planting seeds in other people's minds, which may later grow up to be huge projects or their own sort of idea creation, whatever it may be. I just believe that all YouTube creators participating in this thing creates a very unique thing around it, right? And that is something that's beneficial both for the average viewer who is never going to upload a video, or for creators. We all, in a sense, benefit from that. And I find it cool that whoever is going to be rewarded the most on YouTube and similar platforms are the people with the best, kind of newest, coolest ideas, right? It really connects us to that age of Aquarius type of vibe, where that's what we value as humanity now, which is new ways of thinking, new ideas, innovation, spilling the bucket of water over what no longer serves us to make room for the new. Now, to get to the last point, which is advice, I personally don't believe in giving people advice. I don't believe in taking advice. I haven't taken a lot of people's advice besides myself within this lifetime. I don't believe it's something that serves anybody, because if I give you advice, what may have worked for me may not work for you. If you give me advice, what may have worked for you may not work for me. I believe everybody has a unique path, a unique personality, a unique being around them, which means that technically nobody has the right to give anybody advice. That's a whole nother video, but what I'm trying to say is that by now you may have a certain curiosity towards this whole YouTube thing and being part of this kind of bee-like community which cross-pollinates each other's minds with ideas and new ways of thinking. So I believe this YouTube thing is something that's gonna be very, very popular as time goes on. It's not something that's going to be slowing down, unlike other platforms such as Netflix, for example, where you are given a certain selection of what you can choose from, but you then have a narrow option of what you choose from. With YouTube, you can genuinely find the exact thing you're looking for, and thousands of people explaining the thing you're looking for in their own unique way. Then you can choose whichever person matches you the best, right? In a sense. But what I'm trying to say is that it may be interesting for a new creator, for somebody who's never made a video before, to simply try communicate any type of message on to YouTube and try to see whether over some period of time there are people which are interested in the stuff you talk about. Because I never believed that there would be as many people interested in the videos which I make as there are. It turns out that the stuff I talk about, a couple people actually find relatable or interesting, or I seem to provide some type of value because they seem to watch my videos. And something that YouTube doesn't care about, I believe, is whether you have the best camera, the best editing software, the coolest microphone setup. You don't have to have Hollywood production. They really value that authenticity, which is something that I talked about before, but you can literally just talk to a camera and that's good enough. As long as the message is good, as long as people gain value from it and interact with that message, you are part of the creators on YouTube who play a significant role for the new earth, right? We are all cross-pollinating, cross-contaminating each other's minds with great ideas. And anybody can be of service and participate in this game, which I believe is going to be very, very powerful and influential as well as important during the course of our lives. So I think that's it for this video. I've spoken enough, and that would be YouTube's role for the new earth. Thank you for being here. See ya.